Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
Come on! Listen. Get her out. We're getting kicked out. We have to go. When they get like this, police will come and you will be arrested.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. We gotta get started on this Basketball Wives LA latest episode of season 11, episode 3. Listen, last season was so bad that I didn't even bother to finish the season. But so far, this season, even though it's just been 3 episodes, I hope I'm not getting ahead of myself, they have been bringing it every single one. So let's get started. So the first scene is Evelyn and her protege, sort of, I would say protege, but Brittany Renner. They're out taking a walk in which they discuss the dinner that they just had that Shaunie organized for everyone. Evelyn talks about Vanessa, but it's interesting that Brittany says, well, I think that Vanessa was just being protective of Amy like you were being protective of Shaunie. I was just like, oh, shots fired in a very slick way. Evelyn uses that opportunity to ask her about Shaq. She says she wasn't necessarily being protective of Shaunie. She just wanted, they were just surprised about what they had heard. But Brittany shows her messages that prove that he was the one who reached out to her first. She says that it's nothing romantic, which we know what that means. But Brittany also says that she wants to plan a little get-together for the group just to get to know each other a little bit better. Evelyn says that's a great idea. Unfortunately, she will not be able to go because she's going to be in Miami at that time. Brittany also opens up about some mom guilt that she has over her son. She isn't obviously in LA to work, grow her brand and stuff like that, but she's not seeing her son right now. But she says that the child support that she gets is quote unquote a joke, but Evelyn gives her some words of encouragement. Oh my, so the next scene is Vanessa, and y'all, she calls Amy. I mean, they've been talking about her so much, I only feel like it was about time for her to speak. But Vanessa calls her over the phone and is telling her about Evelyn. And she says that she felt like the dinner that they just had was sort of an ambush. And here's the thing. Amy acknowledges that Vanessa was definitely her friend and was the one that was supporting her when she was going through all that stuff 10 years ago. But she also says, you know what? Me, Carl, and Evelyn, at this point, there really is no beef. So Vanessa uses this as a way to try and turn the page with Evelyn. It's really not worth it anymore. Moving on, Jennifer and Jac'Eil meet up. That's surprising, but they were actually having great vibes with one another. Jennifer even brought her some healthy juice. And by the way, I really like Jen's outfit. So Jennifer says that she felt like Jac'Eil was very peaceful at that dinner that they just had. So they talked about what happened there. Vanessa, Shaunie, Brittany, all of that. Jennifer doesn't seem to think too highly of Vanessa, and that's understandable. I mean, Vanessa definitely came in very messy, but Jac'Eil liked her. That's her friend. Jennifer also starts to share about her new boyfriend since Jac'Eil didn't really know about all this. Jennifer says that she's fulfilled with him, even though he is so much younger. And Jac'Eil says, okay, so are we good? And Jen says, you know what? I think that the fact that we're even able to sit here, I think that's a good thing. So Jac'Eil is happy, so she just needs to fix things with Brooke, so that way she'll be okay with everyone. They show some brief B-roll footage, like Jac'Eil calling her partner, Vanessa playing with her kids, Jac'Eil working out, but the actual next scene is Brooke, who goes over to her dad's house. They were just talking, she brought some snacks. He mentions that he's in some sort of body psychotherapy, and she says, well, speaking of therapy and trying to better yourself and all that, she's hanging in there and not knowing if the day that she wakes up is going to be the day that she gets destroyed. It's so sad because her brother actually died when she was young, so her parents also sort of went through what she's going through right now. And every time that she talks about her daughter passing, I just can't. I don't even want to talk about it because it breaks my heart. Brooke was in tears talking about it, and oh my god. All I'm going to say is rest in peace to Kayla, and I hope God helps Brooke heal, because this is such a sad situation. I'm sending all my love and condolences to her. Next scene is Brittney, Jac'Eil, and Vanessa. So just the newbies, they're connecting. They let Brittney and Jac'Eil let Vanessa know that they want to get to know her independently of Evelyn. Like, they really want to get to know her. And then they're also joined by Clayanna. I forget about her. We should call her Clayanna the Friendly Ghost, because she's there, but then you're like, oh, I forgot she was there. And they're basically, introducing themselves, getting to know each other. Jac'Eil brings some stuff about like the WNBA. It was a very good conversation. Then Brittney tells them about this event that she's planning, and the one that she spoke to Evelyn earlier. So yeah, very nice scene. I liked it. After that, Brittney is somewhere FaceTiming her mom and says that she can't wait to go see her son. And then this next scene is very interesting. Evelyn and Vanessa meet. Now, the past 2 episodes, their interactions haven't been too good. But you know what? They've come to the conclusion they both love Amy, and Amy doesn't have anything against either of them. Evelyn just wishes that Vanessa would have came to her first in a different... I think it's the delivery that Evelyn had a problem with. And Vanessa says that she agrees, and she apologizes for calling Evelyn a homewrecker. She says that the term homewrecker came from sort of an insecurity and a wound that she has, because she had a horrible miscarriage because of the stress of finding out that her husband was cheating on her. And this mistress, she says, is really a homewrecker, because she literally, not directly, but like just all of that coming with the miscarriage. Like, it was just such a horrible situation. And let me tell you, Vanessa pulled down the walls. Like, she was being vulnerable. She was open. She was coming to Evelyn with an open heart. And Evelyn is able to connect. And they talk about men and problems that they've had. I'm really glad that they were able to have this conversation. It was more of like, let's turn the page. Let's start from fresh. They even hugged. So let's see how long this lasts. Let's move forward to Jac'Eil, Jennifer, and Brooke. They met at this shop. Very good. They're hoping to come to a middle ground. And I think that it helps that each of them are individually willing to work on it. So after some chatter, Jennifer decides to sit down and just let them two talk. So Jac'Eil is telling Brooke, listen, I think you're incredibly strong, what you're going through. And I am so sorry for not saying more when Kayla passed. She just didn't know what to say. And Brooke says that, you know what, she would have preferred for Jac'Eil to tell her, I don't know what to say, versus just not saying anything at all. And I think Jac'Eil totally understood what Brooke was trying to say, and she apologized, and it kind of put a knot in my throat, not gonna lie. I think it's because of the situation and just the friendship, and I'm really happy that they were able to fix that. So far the episode was pretty healing. I mean, Vanessa and Evelyn, Brooke and Jac'Eil, Jennifer and Jac'Eil, everything seemed to be going good. But then it was time for Brittany's ice skating party. Poor Jac'Eil was fighting for her life trying to skate. But she needed someone to hold her every single second of that. All the girls ended up coming, except Evelyn, but we already know she wasn't going to go because she's celebrating her daughter's party. But when Brooke came in, she was sort of throwing some shade at Vanessa. I love Brooke, but I don't think that's necessary, like, to have a beef because your friend has a beef, and even more now that Evelyn's over it. Poor Brittney, though, did get a very problematic phone call about her baby daddy, and then after they all were skating and having some fun, they go and sit down. All the group. Vanessa goes ahead and tells everyone that her and Evelyn are fine, everything is good. But she didn't like the way that the other girls sort of ambushed her at the dinner. And Brooke says, I don't think it was an ambush, She explains herself and says that friends are just going to be ride or die. And Vanessa says that she totally understands that, but she feels like Brooke went a little bit too deep when she started talking about her husband and her family. But Brooke apologizes like a grown woman, so that was really nice. But here's the thing. Brittany's mood after that phone call was completely off. I don't know what got into her. But Clayanna was there, and Jac'Eil was like, oh, wait, what's your name? Like, nobody knew who she was, why she was there. Well, I'm sure they did, but like they just really hadn't properly have been introduced to her. I told y'all from the moment they put her on the screen, the way they put her just didn't make sense. So I definitely understand why. But she took it in a negative way. She was like, well, I don't need to explain who I am. And Brooke says, well, we need to know where you came from. But then Brittany Renner, out of nowhere, says everyone has their own name. I'll stand on my name. I don't care what anyone says. It was the weirdest thing. She went like full on gangster. And Jennifer said that she was white. She was white girl wasted. I don't know if that's what it was, but it was out of nowhere. So y'all know Brooke don't play. So she gets up and says, like, what's up? And Brittany says, well, I can't stand up too. And she gets up. Security has to get involved. They start to insult each other. Brooke calls Brittany a whore. And Brittany throws a drink at her. What the hell? I felt so bad for Brooke because you could tell that it was taking everything inside of her not to go and finish Brittany. And Brittany Renner got escorted out. But as she was being escorted out of the building, she was making fish lips, throwing peace signs. There's something wrong with that girl. Some of the buttermilk ain't clean. But then that was the end of the episode. And next week, Lord, Jennifer and Clayanna, the friendly ghost, are going to get physical. I am telling y'all, this season of Basketball Wives LA is top tier. But I want to hear from you guys. First of all, what are your feelings about Jac'Eil rekindling her friendships with Jennifer and Brooke? What do you think about Evelyn and Vanessa making up? And last but not least, what do you think about Brooke and Brittney? Who do you think started it? Who do you think is at fault? Let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. Y'all have a great one. Bye.